Back here, WHIP, Philly's #1 college radio station. Now joining me is Yawin Smallwood, linebacker for the UCONN Huskies. Number 33, Zach Gelb, Temple Sports Hour. How are you?
I'm doing fine. How about yourself?
I'm doing great myself. I know you're a Massachusetts native. Does that mean you're a Patriot fan?
Definitely. They're the best team in the NFL, and they're on their way to Super Bowl. That's true.
Well, I actually was at the Super Bowl last year. I'm a big Pats fan myself, although I'm from New York. Who was your favorite linebacker growing up as a kid watching the Patriots play at Gillette Stadium?
My favorite linebacker growing up, I would have to say it was Ray Lewis. It wasn't the Pats guy. It was Ray Lewis.
Definitely, that's a great player to admire your career after. But you look at the Patriots kind of thing, guys like Teddy Bruschi, none of those other guys you liked watching up. Who was your favorite Patriot growing up?
Oh, it was definitely Teddy Bruschi. Definitely. He was a tough guy. He always found a way to football. I feel like that's the guy that I kind of looked at after.
Now, I read your scouting report, and it says you're NFL ready. Do you ever think about, hey, all this work that I'm putting into college will eventually pay off, and one day I could be an NFL linebacker like a Ray Lewis or a Teddy Bruschi?
Right now, I try not to focus on that. I feel like I have a lot of work to do in college. I have a lot of ways to get better, so I kind of just put that thought of the NFL to the side. I just kind of focus on my college game, how to become a better college football player.
Temple, UConn this Saturday in Connecticut at 1 p.m. Big matchup, Big East matchup. And I heard your head coach talking about you, and he says you improve day by day, from game by game. How can you improve from that Rutgers game come this Saturday going up against Temple?
Temple's going to come in. I feel like they're going to come in. They're going to try and run the football. So I feel like the way that I have to improve is just kind of reading the run plays, reading the way the linemen are going to try and block us, making sure there's no little creases for their good running back to run through. I feel like I just need to work on getting the linemen off me and finding a way to get to the football as quick as I can.
You had a very good year last year. What's the difference do you see so far in this season between your play from last year to this year?
I'm definitely more confident this year. I had a year to play and get used to the system, get used to the college level. I feel like that paid off for me right now, and I feel like now I'm seeing the plays and I'm just going, playing my game.
Your team is very resilient. When they come off a loss, they always have a victory. What does that say about your team? Whenever you have a loss, you're able to go out there in the next game and get the W so far this year.
I definitely feel like this defense is hungry. Every single time we lost, we came back and win. But it's not something that we want to keep doing. We want to keep winning games. We want to get in the streak, and we want to just keep going. We're sick of losing games.
Zach Gelb here, WHIP, Philly's #1 college radio station on Temple Sports Hour, talking to UConn linebacker number 33, Yawin Smallwood. And Yawin, the two head coaches in this game, Steve Adazio and your head coach, they've gone way back. Has Coach talked about their relationship so far?
He didn't really talk about their relationship. He just talks about what kind of football guy he is. He's a very good coach from what we've heard. He does a great job recruiting, and he does a great job getting his players ready for big games like this. So we feel like this team is going to come in ready to play, and we have to be able to match their intensity
and
even bring it up a notch.
And the Temple Owls, they love to run the football. Montel Harris, he was at BC for 3 years, and he was a stud. Matt Brown did a nice job backing up Bernard Pierce last year, and he really came into his own through the first few games of this season. Talk about this Temple Owls rushing attack and what you guys plan to do on Saturday.
We plan on making them one-dimensional. We want to come in. They're going to want to run football, and our job is to stop them from running the football. So we're going to just play our game. We're going to be out there hungry, attacking football, and trying to make stops out there.
You have a lot of tackles on the year. What makes you so good at getting your nose on that football and really getting to that running back, getting past the offensive lineman?
I feel like it's my motor, and I also give a lot of credit to my defense, my defensive line. I feel like they're holding up guys for me, and I'm just finding a way how to get to the football. I feel like my DBs are playing great coverage on their guys, and I'm finding ways to get sacks. So I have to give a lot of credit to the guys that are playing defense alongside with me.
Matt Brown, he got hurt in that last game going up against USF, which was a really emotional win for Temple University. Are you guys expecting Matt Brown to be ready to go on Saturday in your preparation?
Yeah, I'm definitely expecting them to be ready. They just came off a big win in the Big East. A lot of people were saying that they weren't going to be able to compete, and right off the bat, they proved them wrong. So I feel like they're going to come in here thinking they're going to knock us off as well, and we can't let that happen. We just got to play our game and do our job.
So what's your coach's message going into this week? What has he been saying behind the scenes to get you guys already fired up for Saturday?
It's not really a message. He's just telling us to get it going. We got to get back on track. We got to get this win, and we got to do whatever it takes to get this win. So That's what the team is focused on right now.
We're talking to Yawin Smallwood. And Yawin, two more questions right before we let you run. Chris Coyer, the quarterback of this team, he's been inconsistent throughout the course of this season. But last game, he put up his best game of the year, going 16 for 20 through the air, and he also put up 50-plus rushing yards. Talk about the dynamic play of the quarterback, Chris Coyer.
I haven't really watched film on him yet, but I've heard great things about him. He's able to extend plays, and he's able to make plays. So we just got to be ready for him to make big plays.
And I'll tell you this, they run a little bit of an option play, and you got to watch out because he's a big dude as for a quarterback. He throws some nasty blocks. You know, maybe you should Google the YouTube hit that he put on the Villanova quarterback. He puts on some big blocks. So, Yawin, I love you for coming on the show, but just be careful about Chris Coyer this week, even when he doesn't have the football.
I'll definitely be on the lookout for him.
Final one here, Cody Booth, who's been Chris Coyer's #1 target. He's a big-time tight end. He's had a little bit of inconsistent play this year, but he really got going last week up against USF. Do you expect to have some coverage going up against a tight end this week?
I definitely feel the tight end's going to try and challenge our defense for seam routes, go routes, such things like that. So we just have to be ready for the running tag, the passing tag. We're going to be ready for everything as a defense. And we're ready for whatever they throw it out with.
Yawin, best of luck this Saturday when you play the Temple Owls in Connecticut. Thanks so much for coming on. I appreciate the time, my friend.
Thank you. Appreciate it.